Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday, Facebook. Happy Friday, YouTube. What's going on? What's up, Sherilyn? What's up,
Hey,
Diana?
what's going
Hey
on, Russ?
y'all. Hey
How you guys
everybody.
doing? Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Happy Friday,
What's up,
everybody. Happy
y'all?
Friday.
Good to see
Yes.
everybody. Hey guys, we want to just take a moment to talk to you a little bit about an exciting upcoming course that we have going on. We've heard a lot of requests about credit and credit repair, how I can fix my credit, all of that fun stuff, how important credit actually is, especially
Yeah.
for those of us that are believing God for some major things, financial freedom, breakthrough, all of those things. So very important that our credit is together, right? So we have a special guest today, Sheralyn. I call her the credit coach. This is my family from way back in Boston, so we're so excited that she is with us tonight. So she's going to be
Yeah.
teaching a course called Bad Credit, the Root of All Evil, right? So this is going to be really, really good.
Come on.
So super excited about what God is doing. So welcome, Sherilyn. We're so
Thank you,
excited
thank you,
that
thank you,
you
thank you, Russ. Thank you.
yeah, we're so
Yes.
excited that you are here with us. So, Sherilyn, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you have been doing in the area of credit.
Yeah, so hi, everybody. I am so excited to be with y'all tonight. I know Russell for quite some time, and my background is the business world. I've been in corporate America as long as I can remember. But
Yeah.
over the course of my life, I've learned through some, trial and error about the power of credit. And one of the things that I really am looking forward to sharing with this in this course is financial literacy. Okay, a lot of us were not taught that the proper way. We may have watched our parents or watched loved ones and try to, you know, catch what they did, but it wasn't really taught what they did. And so as a result, a lot of us have made poor choices, have made emotional decisions when it came to our finances, and then came to realize what happened. The mistakes we made have cost us years on our lives for some of us. And we go through our 20s, we want to have a good time, we want to, hang with our friends and do our thing. But when the bad decisions catch up by our 30s and 40s, we're left behind the eight ball. And a lot of it's because of lack of knowledge. And the Bible says we perish because of lack of knowledge. It's that simple. So I'm super excited to have the opportunity to take my business acumen, my experience with credit. I've been helping folks now for quite some time and really teach and impart what I know to really help transform not only your finances, but your life and set you up for things far greater than what that bad decision did when you did it back in the day. So I'm excited to share.
Wow, that's awesome. That's powerful. That's very important. So, Sherilyn, there are so many people, and Diana, there are so many people right now that don't even know what their credit score is because they're afraid to even look at that, right? So
Right.
important, guys, that we know what our credit looks like. You know what your credit score is. There are some changes even coming up in 2021 in the area of credit. So you gotta like with the FICO 10 model and all of that. And Sherilyn's going to get into probably all that stuff in our course. But this is very important for if you have never thought about getting your credit together now, now is the time. Credit means money right now, right? So if you
Right.
have a great credit score, you got access to finances, you got access to thousands and sometimes even millions of dollars because of how your credit is, right? So we want
Right.
to take this time to be able in our course to help you guys with this, right?
Right.
So Sherilyn, when is your course?
So it's coming up, and I've been so excited. I've been talking to Russell since the summer, and I'm happy to announce that in just a few short weeks, we'll be able to get together starting November 14th and the 21st. You're looking at 2 Saturdays, and depending on how things go, we may extend that. But I have been getting so pumped. I am so excited because you know what? Empowerment is everything. And when you have good information, it's too good. You have to give it away. It'd be selfish of me to not share this knowledge with my fellow,
Right.
believers, my fellow folks out there. Get your friends, get someone into this. Don't just keep it to yourself. Invite folks to be a part of this because it's life changing. It will do so much for you if you just heed to these instructions and take this process seriously. What I wanted to say, which is really, really important, is the fact that you didn't get there overnight. Repair is a
Right.
process, right? So when you follow some very intricate steps when you do some amazing legal things, nothing illegal and shady, but do some amazing things, get things turned around, and do things with character and integrity, watch what God will do when you put it to the test. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Wow, that is so
Man.
awesome. So one of the things I was just thinking about how credit is so important and how can it affect everybody, even if you have a business, if you don't have a business, but those like right now we're in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of people didn't get approved for that SBA loan because of their credit. And like just this is really important. You all really need to take the time out to get into this course, figure out what can be done about repairing your credit or build your credit, dispute some things, like get this information. Like it matters, y'all. Your credit matters whether you have a business or not. Like it matters. And it's just so important because pretty soon we're not even gonna have this form of currency that we know now. That's gonna be do away with real soon. So, and they're gonna go off of your credit. Like, what does your credit look like? Like, how are you with paying your bills on time? Do you even know? Like, are you living off a budget? Like, these things really matter. So, you all really need to go ahead and get into this course. You know, and take the time and just learn the information and apply the knowledge and put the work that needs to be put in to repair your credit, to build your credit, and teach your children how to
Yes,
manage credit.
yes,
You
absolutely.
know, I think a lot of this generation and maybe even the generation after, we suffer because a lot of the people before us, like you said, they didn't know nothing about credit really. They couldn't teach us what they didn't know. Like my grandmother, I was raised old school. They didn't know nothing about credit cards. She was all about money, rolling up money in the bras, rolling up money in the stockings and things like that.
Under
You
the
know what I mean?
mattress.
You know what I'm saying? They want to hide money in a hole in a wall or
In the
things like
freezer.
that's not
Covered it
really
all. Trust
always
me,
a
I've seen
safe
it.
place. So they didn't know about credit, and a lot of us had to learn the hard way. We had to learn by
Hmm.
trial and error. And if I had have known then what I know now, I would have done things differently. I wouldn't have made a lot of mistakes that I made. I thank God that I learned through it. I grew through it. I overcame. But some people, they are just stuck. And
Yeah,
and so I want you to just let them know like what type of things that they could learn by taking your course next month.
absolutely. A couple things you're going to learn. Really, the basics of credit. The breakdown of what that is, what it looks like, why each component is very, very important to your overall picture. You're also going to be looking at ways to improve your budgeting skills and debt reduction. Also, even how to like build your credit. Maybe you're in a situation where you're like, well, my credit's good. Well, define good. Let's talk about that a little bit. What does that good number look like? And how do you get there if you have no debt? You need to build things up. We're going to get into a bunch of stuff with that. And, even get into the personal side of it where it equally impacts the major decisions of your life.
Right.
People make decisions based on sometimes, how they feel, but when you know about the power of credit, it will keep you from doing some things that are really going to mess up your finances in the long run.
Yeah, that's good.
So
That is
true.
good. I mean,
Wow. Good
Vincent got me
stuff.
on here cracking up. He
Yeah. Hey,
talked about
Vincent,
his
what's
aunt
going on?
putting
Shout
money
out
in
to
the
you,
Hi,
Vincent.
freezer and
Vincent.
stuff. I
Oh, I
mean,
love it. I love it. But yeah, guys, super important, man. Even as an insurance agency owner, a lot of times when you try to get like life insurance, car insurance, they're
Yes.
going to look at your credit. When you try to
that's
get
so
renters
true.
insurance, they're going to see, are you responsible to pay your bills? So very important. You can't really get away from it. I mean, there are different
No.
things that you can do down the road where you can focus more on business credit, but until you have that established, they're going to look at that personal credit. So
One thing
Right.
people tend to forget about, Russell and Diana, they forget about your employer looks at your credit.
Come on, that's so
yep. Hey,
true. Hey,
Tracy. They sure
Tracy.
do.
People do not understand that sometimes. Depending on who you work for, they determine to hire you based on your credit.
Yes, yes, they do. If you want
And
That
those
is
these
that
so
good
nuggets of
true.
job,
knowledge are just not free flowing for everybody. And that's why I'm here to say, hey, if you can make the investment in yourself, just even for a few weeks, invite your friends, invite your family, get on board with this because this is a really big component of what's happening in our lives. It always has been, but now even more so. And if this year has not taught us anything, the
yeah,
power of those three digits will dictate the direction that your life takes.
Yes, my God, today. Mm.
Going back to that, Vincent can attest to this. Even in the HR world, I feel like I have a lot of hats. But even in the HR world, because I've seen it, sometimes they will pick that one candidate over the other candidate. I guess we're not supposed to really say that, but when they look at the different reports and things like that, so that's very important.
Are you a flight
Wow.
risk? Are you someone we can rely on?
Mm-hmm.
And no one sees your pretty face or handsome face. They see those numbers.
Yeah.
And what story does those numbers tell them?
Right.
It's so important, guys. I'm telling you, I can tell you from personal experience, I've made poor decisions in the past, and it was emotional decisions. There were things that I said,
Come
okay, well,
on.
it's fine. I'll take care of that later. Well, later came.
Right.
And I still was digging myself out of poor choices. So now is the time, if you can give yourself one gift this year, your biggest Christmas gift is going to be taking care of your finances. Invest back in
Yes.
yourself. Begin the process. Get started, because it does take time. Nothing happens overnight. If you're looking for a get quick fix, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. But if you believe in process and you believe in taking the proper steps, we can help. I can help. And I'm super excited to just pass on the knowledge. Like, you can take your finances to the next level.
Yes.
Come on. And one big thing too, guys, and this is why we want to establish a firm foundation for those of you that have young kids. If you get your credit right, you can help set them up. Diana, tell us the testimony of what you did for your son, because it's important, right?
It is. So I've learned through the years, and a lot of adults have learned that when you turn 18, you become a target to these credit card companies. They throwing credit card offers at your way. Every store you go in, and you want to sign up and save some money, or you want to sign up and save some points, and you get this much off if you sign up. So I'm a finance person, I'm an accountant, so I told my son, like, don't put your social security number on nothing. Ask me everything, whatever, before. It don't matter, because I don't care what it is. Call your mom and say, hey, they want to know if I want this car. What you think about that? Like, let me give you some advice, and let me mentor you and coach you through this process. Because at that mindset at 18, you thinking, oh my God, I'm grown. They want to give me a credit card. Oh, I can get a store card. I'm about to go shop. I'm about to go do what I want to do. I'm going to look fresh. I'm going to look fly. They want to keep up with the Joneses. And I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing. So I put him on, my account, on my accounts, added him on as an authorized user. When he was a teenager, I taught him about money, got him a bank account, I showed him how to use it and things like that. And his credit score is over 760 something right now. He's in college. What college student, he just made 21 today, but what college student at the age of 21 that has a credit score at almost 770, almost at an 800? And he don't have a car note. You know what I'm saying? He and I tell him, you're not going to get a car until you're able to afford it on your own. Because I bought him a car already. I did that years ago. If y'all read my story, I did that. That car jacked up. So his brand new car for me out of there. So when he's able to afford a car for himself, according to the money that he brings in, and he see what he has left over after priority bills, then you could buy a car. But the rate he is right now, he could get a loan for whatever he want a loan for. He want a loan. He want to get into real estate. He want a loan to build land. To buy land, to build a house on land. He can do that. He want a loan to start a business. He can do that because he has no liability right now. And his credit score is at a 764. He's 21 years old. So my job was to try to set him up, give him a head start, the head start I didn't get. So it's very important for us parents to teach this to our kids as they grow, right. and they can start at the age of 14. Like, even my 8-year-old, just teach them like how to save, about money, about wealth. Wealth is different to everybody. That it's definitely a difference between being rich and being wealthy. And I don't really think a lot of people really understand and what that definition of wealthy means. They just look at, I got money and I'm rich. But you can make $100,000 a year and still be broke. Don't know what to do with it because you don't know how to manage your money. You could be in more debt than somebody making $30,000 because you don't know how to manage your money, because you wasn't taught basic financial literacy. You wasn't taught credit. You wasn't taught how to manage money, how to manage your finances. And I believe that's the number one reason that most of the people get divorces. It's over finances. It's not taught. It's not talked about. It's not discussed in the homes. It's not discussed in relationships. They just don't know how to manage money, how to manage finances, how to manage credit, how to build credit, how to use it to make it work for you. So these type of things is very important. And the things that I've taught my son, he can teach his kids, and as time changes, he's able to learn and adapt with the times, and keep up, according to what it is that he needs to do for his life. So it's just very important. I'm starting my 14-year-old off now. He's about to be 15. He already got his account, even my 11-year-old, he be wanting to buy stuff. I'm like, I teach them how to save. It's not always about, oh, I got this $100. I'm about to go spend this $100. No, we're going to break this down. First God, then you. You're going to invest in yourself. You're going to learn how to save. You're going to learn what's priority, what needs to be taken care of first. And people think that, oh, I got $1,000 credit card limit. I can go spend $1,000. No, you can't. You cannot spend $1,000. They don't know that they need to really only use 10%. They say not to go over 30, but I like to keep it under 10%. They don't know those type of things. It's just basic things that people just never was heard of, never talked about, never was taught, in school. And even when it comes to decision making, when it comes to college, really understanding what an asset is versus a liability. And if you have an asset, if you have a liability, like how can you turn this into more, to benefit you and your family, your bloodline, and your future generations to come. I'm sorry, I just be going off and blabbing. But yeah, my son is 21 years old and his credit score is better than mine. It's at a 760 something, and he don't got much, he's still learning. So, but it's very important. It matters. So when he find that girl, they get ready to marry, she ain't got to worry, be like, what's your credit score? Do you know about? No, he's straight. He got this. He's a head of the household. He knows what he needs to know.
I wasn't going to say it, Diana, but that's a big thing. A lot of people say, oh, I love and this and that. Well, I'm telling you right now, love ain't paying the bill. So where are you at with your money?
Come on.
Where are you at with your money? And a lot of people are afraid to go there. But the reality is people need to go there.
They need to go there.
And make sure that stuff is talked about before you commit, because it will cause all kind of problem down the road.
Exactly. Especially when like now, so many divorces have been happening. You have a lot of people with blended families. You got children over in one state, you got children over here. That type of stuff needs to be discussed. Do you have the money to sustain your family? And not just now. You think when you have a kid, I told Russell this earlier. I'm like, you think when you have a kid and you paying $1,000 child care bill every month, you like, oh, I can't wait till they get older because I don't have to pay this bill no more. I'm gonna save some money. It's gonna be cheaper. That's a whole bald-faced lie from the pits of hell. Ain't nobody never told me nothing. It's a lie. That the money don't go away and you just find something else to pay. Like they want to play sports, or now like my son is in college. He's my dependent still, or they get hurt. You get hospital bills you have to pay. This type of stuff needs to be discussed and talked about, but y'all want to be so deep in passion, like, oh, the feeling feel good, but I'm telling you what come after that, it ain't worth it. Because this is it go on for a lifetime. You always gonna be coming out of something.
Pretty much.
It's just and that type of stuff, it needs to be talked about. It really does. Absolutely. And we need to catch them at a young age. We need to catch our youth at a young age. Because Satan is already eyeing them. He already after them. So we got to get ahead of them.
Pretty much. And that proactivity, if it happens from a young age, like I can't stress it enough. It just sets you up, your family up for putting the energy where it really matters.
Yeah.
Putting your time and your where it really matters, not focusing on the stresses of finances. But being able to have that quality time, being able to do things they enjoy, just talking to them more, engaging with them more. And that will just give you peace of mind. It's not the will of God to operate in chaos, but to operate in peace. But when we make decisions that affect that peace, we gotta clean that stuff up. And a lot of people are focusing more on the stresses of life than being able to focus on what really matters. Yes. And I have peers. I know people that, money isn't everything, but it sure does help. Keep it real.
Okay.
It does help. You know what I mean? And to not have to stress over money allows you to focus on what's really important in life.
Exactly. And that is a way that Satan keeps a lot of us bound, by
Yes.
the spirit of lack, the spirit of
Yes.
poverty. And even though that's a mindset, but it's because so many of us, we make decisions based off emotions, and impulses, and we don't think before we
No.
act. We just, oh, I see something, they feel like, oh, I work 40 hours or 80 hours, I deserve this. You
No.
might do. You probably do deserve this, but one, can you afford it? Or is this gonna put you in more debt than what
Right.
you was before you brought that?
Right.
And it's you really have to think about, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your money? And is it worth it? And is gonna push me ahead, or is it gonna set me years back? Because when a setback, and you for one decision, one moment of a decision can set you back years. I mean, it takes a long time for you to even come out of that. And not saying miracles can't happen, because miracles happens every day. God can blow on it and just be like, oh, your debt just wiped away and disappeared. Well, you like, but my God. But how often does that happen? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you really have to put in the work and to do the right things, to make the right decisions. And one of them is learning how to invest in yourself and learning the knowledge that you need to grow and not make these bad choices and decisions a lot of us have already made, and we want to help keep you from making those decisions. So that's why you all really need to be in this course. And I know somebody knows somebody that need help on their credit. This course, it's not like a lot of the other ones where you find people that be like, oh, pay me $600 down and I'm going to work on your credit for 3 months for another $300 a month. That's not what we doing here.
No.
And no, we actually want to teach you how, all about credit, teach you how to work on your own credit, how to build your credit, how to manage your credit. We want to give you the knowledge that no one else is really giving you. This course is only $100. It's right now, it's just 2 weeks. We have the 14th and the 21st of November. Depending on how things go, we'll add another week, and that'll be to be determined in December. You all can go to kingdominvestorsacademy.com and register for the course. And I mean, I hope to see you all in there. Share this link, share this information, and share. Why don't you just tell the people how they can find you? And again, if you want to just go over the name of your course you'll be teaching, and those things that you will be teaching, the information they can get and gain from your course.
Absolutely. Well, y'all can find me on Facebook. My face and my kids are all over Facebook. I'm Sheralyn Waithe-Henry. I am excited. Again, this is going to be November 14th and the 21st. The title of this course, which I shared with earlier in the evening, is Bad Credit, the Root of All Evil. I am excited to really break down the basics of credit and to give some amazing nuggets about how to maintain good credit, how to build your credit, and then what credit affects. Let's talk about what it actually does, that root of all evil component of it. So you can get a very full picture of financial literacy and set your family up for a bright future.
Right. And if they wanted to work with you one-on-one, like after the course, so you want to talk about what you have set up for that?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me via DM, or you can give me a call. I'm probably share my number right now, but and that's 781-838-2050. Prefer text over call, but I actually see you and I acknowledge it. But I'm excited to help y'all. I'm excited to be a part of this amazing academy. I know this is probably the beginning of a lifelong relationship, and many other courses to come. We'll see how the Lord directs us with this and what comes out of conversation and dialogue with all of you. I love to help people. That's what I do. It's what I'm passionate about. And when you have knowledge, you just can't be selfish and keep it to yourself. You've got to share the good news because people need it. And the more you know, the more you can grow. So I'm super excited to be a part of this. I'm honored to work with Russell, you, Diana. It's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna get so much out of this and get the buzz going. Tell your friends and family. Now is the time. Don't wait. It takes a while to build things, so why wait? Get going. Let's get started here and teach you some valuable things that will change your life.
And right before Christmas, before you all go make all
Hey,
those bad impulsive decision, emotional decision, because it's a holiday, and you
right.
know it makes shopping make you feel good because
Hmm.
you are a shopaholic. So I mean, y'all need to really learn about this credit, you know, before Christmas comes. So you be like, do I need this or do I want this?
One,
It's a difference.
it is a difference.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
difference.
big difference.
Yes. So you all have anything else? You got anything, Russell?
No, I was gonna just say, man, I echo everything you guys. I was just here. Y'all had this was awesome. This was really good. I might just taking
We're about
notes,
the way,
but
Russ. We're about
guys,
the way.
right, this is gonna be amazing, y'all. Amazing. So,
Yeah.
as you guys were talking, I kept hearing second chance. For some of you, this is your second
Mm,
chance to get it right. Yes, you might have made bad decisions in the past, but
mm.
I believe that the Lord is gonna
Mm.
give you guys a second chance, a second win. So get in the class, guys. The registration will be officially open tomorrow noontime. And so it's going to be amazing. If you guys need anything, hit me up on Facebook, hit Diana up, or hit up Sheralyn. But it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really good. I believe
One
it's
thing
going to
I
go
want to
Yes.
say
beyond the
too,
two
Russell.
weeks. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Go for it.
I'm sorry. One thing I want to say, and a lot of times this topic, people get really embarrassed and are ashamed. Don't be
Yeah.
ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. We've all fallen short of something in our lives. But
Mm-hmm.
this is not the topic to be embarrassed about, be ashamed about, because all you're gonna do is put yourself in deeper peril. So, from the sincerity of my heart, don't let that keep you from joining the course. Even if you're all set, join anyway, get some new nugget. To get some bit of knowledge you didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
This is investing in yourself, and far too often we don't invest back in ourselves. We invest in other people, but we never invest in ourselves, because there's something about that connection of, oh, for me, like I'm worthy, I deserve this. Yes, you absolutely do. So please take that heed, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Ooh, my gosh.
Look,
That was
Vincent,
a
I'm doing
word
this
right
just for
there.
you. I'm so excited. That was for Vincent.
For
Oh, and this for
Vincent.
you too, Vincent. Hallelujah. I'm sorry. I just feel his spirit, even though he's not on this live.
Look at him. Look at him. So Vincent was, our instructor for the writer studio that we just completed. So we had an amazing time there.
Congratulations.
So super excited, man. Well, guys, I'm good, man. This has been awesome. Man, so
Yes.
we'll be back live again next week, guys. So it's gonna be amazing. So registration starts tomorrow. So hurry up and get in. It's gonna be really good.
It's $100,
Anything else?
y'all. You all need
$100.
this. You can spare $100 to learn how to fix your credit and build your credit right before the holidays, right before the new year,
Yeah.
tax time come. This is the time now. Everybody like, oh, I'm next. I'm gonna get this house, or I'm getting ready to get married. Well, make sure your finances in order before you do any of that. Because even if you go get a house, they're gonna send you to a credit repair specialist.
It sure is. Oh,
I had a call.
oh, I want to say one more thing. I tend to be very competitive in nature. Y'all know right now the perfect score you can get is 850, right? I'm declaring that I'm going to be one of the small that have that 850, because that's what I want. I believe I got to
Come
have the best.
on.
I'm competitive. I want to be perfect, but I know I'm not. But I can be in
Come
my credit
on.
score, right? It's
Come
attainable,
on.
y'all, for y'all to get an 850. Who cares if you only have a 700? You can have an 850. Get in this course and you'll learn how to get there. All right?
Yes. I'm
Y'all have a
excited.
great night. See y'all
Thank you
later.
guys again. I'm
Happy
looking forward. I'm
Friday.
excited. Have a great night,
Thanks so
everybody.
much, Sheralyn.
Have a
All
great
right.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Vincent.